Good morning. Early in the morning, like a lot earlier than this, when I was in my last church, I used to get up and walk, maybe at 6 or 6:30. As soon, if it was wintertime, as soon as the sun, it was light enough to do it, I'd usually spend some time in my office early on Sunday morning, and I'd go from there and do a walk on a bike path that went up the hill, up the mountain. And I used to do that and talk about or think about my talk, what I was going to say. And one day I was walking along, and as I walked, I saw a lady with a relatively large dog, and she had him on a leash. And they, on the side of the going up the bike path, it had been a railroad area, and on each side there would be a lot of weeds, and they grew up and they'd be higher than my head, maybe almost 6 feet or higher. And this dog she had it on the leash, and the dog was walking out in the weeds, and he'd walk around the weed, and then another weed, then he'd get tangled, she'd get him untangled, and then we go, and I just kept walking as I watched her. And I walked up the hill maybe another 15 minutes, and when I came back, it was probably at least 20 minutes. All of a sudden, I looked at what was going on, and the dog was still wandering through the weeds. And I said to her, "Boy, that must be a little tedious to have to wait on your dog like this and do this." And she said, "No, it's his walk." That struck me to the core. It's his walk. I think that's what God the Father does. He looks at us, and when he sees us, he says, it's his walk. And he's not so overly concerned that we walk exactly according to what his plan is, because his plan is to be our plan. And so what we do with our lives, God wants to bless it. Now sometimes we do so many things that get in the way of his blessing, so we don't receive it. But if we only recognize that it's our walk, it's not somebody else's walk, it's not God's walk, it's not my mom's walk or my dad's or my brothers or anybody else. The walk I got to do is my walk. And that's true for you too this morning. May God help you walk it.